What's up, guys? Welcome to your physics class stream. Twitch stream is canceled, so sorry about that. I'm probably talking to nobody that cares, since those that are watching me right now are the people that would watch me on YouTube, and the people who would normally watch me on Twitch can't see me. But something happened, and I'm not able to stream on Twitch today. I think I got it fixed, but I'm not going to actually be able to do it until the next stream. So the one that I normally have scheduled on Tuesday. So sorry about that. Again, apologies to anybody who has come over here looking for me on Twitch because I'm not live over there. So just wanted to say that right away. And again, hopefully those that would be looking for me on Twitch can find me over here. Anyway, let me make a post on Discord. Twitch streams are not down forever, but just wanted to clarify what happened today. Give me a second to ping everybody. Streaming. Sorry about Twitch today. Sorry about Twitch today. It will be back to normal next time. Let me adjust my mic a little bit. There we go. Yeah, so because I multi-stream, it like gets syndicated through a different service to like go to both, and I had to update my login credentials, and so I think that's what messed it up, because I forgot, and now it has to be like re-approved. So yeah, anyway, that should be back to normal by the time next stream rolls around. Let me post this over here. We are starting on my main account, and then we will get to my alternate account in the second half. Wait, YouTube is working, right? Okay, yeah. For a second I freaked out. Just needed to double check that the stream was up on YouTube. Sound is good. All right. All right, so we had hard mode start, and that means we're kind of coming towards the end. We have all of the characters available in the minigame, and of course all the banners have been out for quite a while already. We still have several days left, but things are kind of starting to wind down. You can see here I just redeemed a bunch of stuff on blah blah through the level infinite pass rewards. I forget about this all the time, and so I'm going to be able to max out all the rewards for like the next couple of months, even if I didn't complete any missions, but at least finally redeeming some of that. So 530 gems total for the month, and then a few other resources is cool enough. I don't know why I forget to redeem that. Like I actually, you know, I do the like check-in through blah blah most days. Sometimes I forget, but even though I do that all the time, I forget to actually use them. I can't be the only one, right? Grab some stuff from the shop. Oh, didn't even mean to change. I accidentally right-clicked. It's kind of funny, when you're playing on PC, you can either do right-click or left-click. Sometimes I forget that right-click does anything. Solo raids started yesterday. Hopefully everybody got in the first time before reset. I've said this so many times, but they've got to get raids, solo raid and union raid, Well, actually, Union Raid they fixed, but Solo Raid and Co-op needs to start on reset. It's so weird that it doesn't. Like, it's not a huge deal, but it just doesn't make any sense. It's like they're trying to make it more convenient for certain time zones, but you're never going to make it convenient for every time zone anyway. And so it's just easy for people to remember that, like, hey, this is going to start on reset, because everybody's going to know when reset is, whether it's noon for them or midnight for them or 6 in the evening, whatever. People are going to know when that is. And it's just kind of silly to me to have like big events in the game, like Solo Raid or whatever, to like start at a offset from that. Because you're going to get people that are just going to miss like the first day of things because of that. I guarantee there are people that that's happened to. Hey, what's up, Warlock Warlord? Sparse with glasses, looking extra tutor. Yeah, today felt like a glasses day. Vision felt extra blurry. I don't know. I like barely need glasses, which is why a lot of the times I don't bother wearing them. But it would probably be better if I wore it more often when I streamed, because I'm like looking at the stream all the time, right? Like, and so rather than encouraging myself to like squint or look forward, which, I mean, again, like I don't even really need to do that to see what I'm looking at, but I don't know. I just noticed that like I hunch forward a lot when I stream, so I'm trying anything to like keep myself from doing that. I don't know if wearing glasses is going to help or not, because again, I don't feel like it's because I can't see anyway, but I don't know. Mentally now, maybe I'll be like feeling like I can sit back straighter. Anyway, level up. Free level up always feels good. Didn't have to open any boxes. So I'm to the point where, like, for the last several weeks or month or whatever, I don't know, ever since I beat hard mode, which, yeah, probably like a month and a half now. Ever since I beat the last thing of hard mode, I've not wanted to open any boxes, and then once the next update comes out and I make more story progress, then I'll open them. But for now, I'm just letting it naturally level up, you know, once a week or so, whenever that happens. And that'll maximize my leveling materials once the next update does hit. What's up, Alex Reyes? Welcome to the stream. Crazy Monkey G. Dude, love that name. You've noticed multiple reset times in super common in Korean dev games. Huh. So yeah, maybe that's a thing with Korean developed games in particular, but I think it's a bad thing. Doesn't make sense to me anyway. Co-op is starting somewhere during today too, yeah. Co-op, Solo Raid, and Union Raid has some odd starting times, often makes you miss a day. Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sure that happens to quite a few people. Alright, still advising Cinderella. I didn't want to give her enough gifts right away, because I figured I might as well... Since I'm going to have to advise her at least 20 times anyway, I was like, I might as well just leave her at affection level 39. Alright. At least Cinderella is all about body positivity. Alright. Talking to Vesti now. You didn't know you needed glasses until you put them on? That's kind of funny. You played a ton of Korean games and it's always like 3 different reset times for everything. Yeah, it's kind of bizarre. Like I said, I'm sure they're trying to make it more convenient for like maybe a specific time zone, like it'll start in the morning in Korea or something like that. I don't know, but you know, then you have everyone else in every other time zone where it doesn't make any sense. And if they are going to do that, because I mean, hey, fair enough. Like, you're Korean developers, you're gonna make it convenient for like your local time, makes sense. But then why is that not just the reset time, you know? Like the point is that like it's going to be bad for somebody no matter what. And that's fine. Like, you know, all right, I don't live in that part of the world, but just keep it all on the same schedule. Like just don't make it different, you know? Oh, apparently I give the wrong advice to Mint. So 600 synchro is needed to beat hard mode. Got it. Is it? I don't even know, to be honest. I don't remember what level I was when I beat it. But I was higher than you needed to be. But probably around 600. Oh, but you know what I did mean to do? I was going to give this stream another thumbnail. Let me do that really quick. Can I edit this? Whatever, we'll leave it. There we go. I like the new art that they posted on Twitter. It's funny because it's not the current summer characters. Changes saved. There we go. All right. For those of you already here, you won't even see it, but I just added a thumbnail. I forgot to when I first started. But yeah, I like the new art that they posted. It's very like relaxing summer look. But it's funny that it's featuring like helm and like mast and anchor and stuff. I guess they do have like Siren and Mori in the background. So there are like some of the like current summer units. All right, speaking of old summer units. Old units in general. Still have not gotten a single Liberation unit on my new account. It's really crazy how long that takes. Which I think it was too long in the first place, but it kind of worked back when it first launched because there just weren't nearly as many units in the game, and there weren't as many easy ways to get new units as they help you with now. And so it made a little more sense back then. But now, like by the time I even get one of these units on my alternate account, they're not even going to be remotely relevant. And so they gotta like speed that up, you know? Like if you can't even get one of the units in your first month, like who is going to care about these units? You know what I mean? Because people have already gotten like a million different things that they can use that are like better and cooler. Any guesses on who will be the filler banner? I mean, what are we calling the filler banner? Do you just mean like the next one after summer? I don't know. I don't know. I don't really have a guess. Although I wouldn't be super surprised if it started with like the new Matisse units, like Laplace or something. I think we're going to get them soon. But if it's not immediately after summer, then I don't know. Any other random unit. Take your pick. But I do think at least within the next month, we'll probably be getting Matisse and then Probably Persona after that, with it like probably like 1 or 2 filler banners between Matisse and Persona. But yeah, I think we'll be getting both of those things very quickly in the near future. All right, let's run through our solo raid missions. If you want to look at the actual boss info, I didn't look at it at all because it's so easy, you know, before you get to challenge mode. I just don't. But let's see. Does it have anything unusual? Is it just normal, like Land Eater? Heavy particle cannon. Fires a heavy particle cannon, dealing damage to a single nikke. Effect deals extra damage to nikke's powerful attack that can be avoided after taking cover. Okay. That's normal. I think those are kind of those like slow moving blue projectiles. Sludge missiles. Sludge missiles. That was hard to say. Fires sludge missiles, dealing damage to a single nikke. The missiles can be intercepted. Effects extra damage to nikke. So these are the really slow moving bombs that would normally be the normal looking bombs, but now they're like the fuzzy black looking things. What's up, David Santana? Welcome. And then homing laser. Fires a laser, dealing damage to a single nikke. Pierces cover. Pretty sure we've had that before too. Saturation attack 2. Launches an all-out assault on all nikkes, dealing damage. Island Eater generates a code barrier to defend against attacks while using saturation attack 2. Okay, so this is like if you fail to destroy its parts or whatever, what the normal one would do. It doesn't say exactly what triggers this, so maybe he puts this up no matter what. This is probably like an unavoidable mechanic if the battle goes long enough that he'll do once or twice through the fight. But standard raid things where they're going to do a big attack if you don't destroy their code barrier. So you need an iron nikke to shoot through it. Fires a barrage of Vulcan cannon shots, dealing damage to a single nikke. Yeah, just like standard machine gun stuff. Rains down a shower of bullets from above, dealing significant damage to all nikkes. Affects extra damage to all nikkes. I'm not sure, like I don't know exactly what all these attacks are. We'll have to like see what they look like, but none of this sounds super crazy, like something that I haven't seen before. Stomp. The Land Eater strikes the ground, sending forth a damaging wave. This attack must be interrupted via special interception, otherwise deals damage to all nikkes. Yeah, so special interruptions. All right, so yeah, this is just your QTE, where if you fail to do that, then you die. Okay, so let's just do this really quick. He also has a core. Yeah, so the normal one has a core too, but it's like split between the 2 spots. Now this one doesn't have those. It just has like 1 core in the middle. So you're going to be able to get even more core shots every single time than you normally would on Land Eater. So we can see we're shooting it right in the middle there. And at the beginning, well, I was going to say you don't have those parts to destroy, but we went past it too quickly. But we'll be fighting him 2 more times. What Persona characters do you think we're going to get? I'm the wrong person to ask for guesses because I've never played a Persona game, but I assume one of them will definitely be Queen because she's popular and is in a lot of collabs, but I don't know. I'm doing double Cinderella team. It's kind of funny though. So for this battle, if we were on the island that turned into a land eater, where are we standing to fight it? Has anybody thought about this? Unless we're on the Admire, right? Or there's a conveniently placed little island next to the land eater island. You want the cat from Persona? There's a cat character? Nice. But anyway, yeah, there's no parts. Like normally you'd have a part on each side and then in the middle and then one at the top. Now we just have the core in the middle. And then when he changes phases, the normal land eater would have a core on each side on these little glowing blue things. We can see him for a second. But again, he just has the core in the middle. So kind of a simpler version of land eater than the normal one. Alright, so we'll try on... we'll do a mock battle on 7. And then we can see some of the things that he does. Again, I don't think there's a lot of new to see here, other than what I already talked about with the lack of parts and the core just always being there in the middle. Just hold cover for the last time? Yeah. So when we change phases, we're gonna just watch him do stuff. Oh. Something killed him anyway. Maybe I had taken out all his HP before the phase change, but it's just like a scripted phase change. My bad. Let's try it one more time. It's so easy to kill before challenge. We'll probably get to see all the mechanics better on my alternate account anyway, because I'm not going to be able to beat phase 7. So last time I could only beat the first 3 phases. I couldn't even beat phase 4. So we'll see if now I'm actually able to get through some of the more normal levels on my alternate. Yeah, so there is little, like, pew 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 guns that are shooting at us. Oh, QTE. Here we go. Oh, this is interesting. So it's just kind of like random... He died. I don't even know what killed him that time. How did he die in the middle of the QTE? What? What? I have no idea what killed him. Alright. Well, we'll see more of him on my alternate account. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. I really have no idea what killed him during that QTE. Because, like, all my units were in cover, and I was just shooting with Rouge, and we shouldn't be able to shoot him at all during the QTE. He should be, like, invincible. Like, because he's not even on the screen. But, okay. You hope they're doing Mitsuru from Persona 3? Okay. Started Nikke 3 days ago and have been watching your new player streams. Nice. Welcome to Nikke. Welcome to my channel. This was a great event to start in. Played Nikke initially at launch, but quit after about a month, and coming back feels good. The game seems way easier. Yeah, I mean, they give you a lot more stuff now. Like, they also detuned some of the bosses, so you have more ways to get more resources and more units faster. And the older bosses are literally weaker than they used to be. I think they just want it, you know, like, easy for people to catch up to, like, the current story. But welcome back. Wait, did I make a post on the official Nikke account? Hold up. Okay. Alright, so we cleared Kraken, Tribe Tower. You feel like the character skill design has improved? Do you like it more for like the newer units? They definitely have more effects. Like every Nikke does like 10 different things now. Like the skill kits were much simpler at launch. Like you would see like one line of text, you know, it'd be like decreases defense on full charge attack, and like that's it. Now each ability is has a lot more going on, which I mean is good. It makes the unit stronger and kind of can make it more interesting because you're just able to do more things. It can do more combinations and stuff. But also I feel like it might be a little confusing to some people or just feel like a lot. I don't know, just thinking of both sides of it. Leader was the launch goat? Oh, yeah. Leader was the best unit at launch and is still used in top tier raid teams today. It's crazy how she's never been kicked out. Yeah, Scarlet was another one that was like a huge target at launch. People would re-roll for her. That's obviously a way harder though, because like as a pilgrim, trying to re-roll for her was a lot. I didn't re-roll at all. Well, technically I did. I started, I don't remember what the very first things that I rolled was. And so then I was like, all right, well, I'm going to re-roll. And then I got... What did I get? I got pretty lucky. I got, like, nothing insane. I didn't get, like, an incredible pilgrim or anything. But I got 2 copies of Dola and then something else. So that's just what I started with. Scarlet was a very, very strong, like, go anywhere, do anything DPS, right? Like, for, like, all game modes at launch. Still the Queen of Arena. Hey, did I miss a notification? Judge Jeff subscribed on YouTube? Maybe I ignored that, but apparently that happened like 30 minutes ago. Maybe that happened like right before I actually started streaming? I'm not sure, but thank you for the sub if you're watching right now. Sometimes a simple effect is what you need. Yeah. Yeah, I actually tend to like things that aren't as many, like, words. Like, I'm not trying to read a paragraph for every unit, you know? But I think that's just unavoidable. Because, you know, the more units that come out, they've got to come up with something for them to do that the other ones didn't do, right? Oh, that's you? Okay. Why don't the usernames match? That's kind of weird. But anyway, thanks for the sub. What's up, Vic? Welcome to the stream. Wait, what about gacha skins now? Dola alt win. Yeah, she's one of... I don't know. She could definitely get an ult. I think that would be pretty cool. She is, like, you know, one of the really useful, like, original units. And I think people would be happy if they gave her an ult. Did I already do Arena? Did not do Arena. A lot of them are simple, but they doctored up to not look the same. Yeah, you know what's kind of weird is that, like, a lot of kits, or at least some skill kits now for new units, will have effects in a skill that isn't really in that skill. And what I mean is, like, a great example is our new Summer Marciana, where her burst doesn't do a whole lot, but, like, her other skills say, like, when you burst, this skill does blah, 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 blah. And to me, that's kind of strange. I don't know why they don't just, like, have those in the actual skill that's doing it, rather than have an effect in one skill that's triggered by another skill. I mean, there could be some situations when that would be interesting, but in general, I feel like it just makes the kit look confusing for people when they're reading it, you know? Alright, we're gonna have to not do an attack on Special Arena right now. We don't have any good targets. Why is Manufacture Tower so easy now? I mean, it just gets easy, you know? Because you can only attack, you know, 6 times a week or whatever. So if you have any type of progression on your units, then, you know, you're gonna be well prepared for it. Previous Gotcha Edition? Dude, I'm wearing I'm wearing glasses today. All right, yeah. I took style cues from Privity. I don't know if that's a good thing. Someone earlier did say I looked more tutory today, though. So, I guess that checks out. No Twitch stream tonight. Yeah, sorry, Rocky. It's kind of my own fault, but through, like, the multi-stream, it's like, you know, I'm like streaming through a different account, and I changed my login info on Twitch, and so it became disconnected, and so I fixed it, but it won't actually be, like, active until next stream, unfortunately. But Twitch streams will come back. I think Novel was the Meta Burst 2 back in the day, but you don't see any alts on her. She was definitely one that was used a lot, for sure. She was a really strong, like, bossing Burst 2. Novel, Dola. Who was another really good Burst 2 at launch? Late, what did you miss? Everything. Let's grab some iron materials. Happy when Dola was in the new Nikke animation. That's right, I am physics teacher. Next time I start streaming, I'll be, like, slowly adding more, like, professor attire, right? It's like it starts with the glasses. Next time I'll be wearing, like, a collared shirt. Was that a new one? I clicked past it too fast. Was it actually a new sticker? No, it was not. Okay. Ooh, wait, I still need a Tetra unit, right? Pretty sure there's still a unit I need from Tetra. Let me double check, because we can open that mold. Yes. Okay. Archranger Black is Tetra. All right, we'll open this Tetra mold at the end before I switch accounts. Stealing Glasses lab coat is next. Yeah. I have to rename it Chemistry class if I'm wearing a lab coat. All right, to the event stage. Wait, hold up. Before we do that, let's do a reroll. Look at this. Perfect attack and critical damage. The terrible thing is I don't have anything on line 3. And this is not even my fault. I mean, it's kind of my fault, but I wasn't trying to do this. And now I don't know what to do about this. Because when I very first overloaded the equipment, I did no rerolls and it just gave me a perfect line of critical damage. And I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. All right. I'll lock that, which is not really what you want to do, but I'm like, hey, it's a perfect line. I'll lock it. And then I'll just keep re-rolling effects until I get either attack or elemental down here. And then I re-rolled and got perfect attack on line 1, which was not at all... Like, if this was a normal attack, like a lower level attack, I would, like, be like, fine, whatever. Just keep changing effects. I'm going to keep re-rolling until I get something on line 3. But getting a perfect attack, now I'm like, what do I do? It's probably stupid to lock these and re-roll or not just keep re-rolling. But it kind of sucks. Like, because I really want another elemental line. Like, not having any elemental damage kind of sucks. I mean, yes, I could lock both, but that would be insane. Then I'm going to be spending 3 custom modules every time to get, like, what is it, a 10% chance? Okay, a little better. 30% chance to get something on line 3. And then out of that 30% chance, then I have a 10% chance for it to be elemental. That's like a nightmare scenario. Like, I can't do that. Always reroll for the 3rd. I mean, honestly, I should have. It's just, it was a perfect line on the first roll. So I was like, come on, I should keep it. Never did I dream that then I would also roll a perfect line on line 1. Like, it's brutal. What are we complaining about? Anyway, so then I have attack, ammo, elemental over here. I might start re-rolling this now because this attack is super low. Because I feel like re-rolling this is better than re-rolling this right now. And then I have blue line of attack on line 3 is great and like kind of low elemental, but it's decent. And then another blue line of attack and like a low elemental. But I think just rerolling this is like the best way to go. So let's change effects, or not change effects, sorry, reset attributes, and hope that we can get like 10+% on attack. If your 2 lines were on 2 and 3 and you locked both, would the first line be guaranteed? Yeah, you're guaranteed to get something on the first line. It might be the same thing you already had or something super crappy, but you will get something on the first line no matter what. You spent 200 rocks because of that mistake. Dude, yeah. And that was me on my Modernia back in the day, trying to get hit rate on line 3. I was kind of doing it for the memes, but it was stupid. All right. So yeah, let's change effect or reset attributes right here. Give me a good attack. Please give me a good attack. Slightly better attack. Marginally better attack. A lot less ammo. Honestly, I think I'm going to keep effects. Like, I'm going to keep re-rolling this anyway, but I think getting half as much ammo and less than 1% more attack is not worth it. Cindy is looking like she'll pass Eve up. Yeah, I mean, she already does more damage, but she's like way down here still, like down on the third line. Like her CP is still really low compared to so many units. I'm actually not sure why she's still down here. Like I would have expected her to have passed some of these other units. But I guess they just have better rolls on everything. Because I have a few like treasure units up here. And then obviously up on the first row, I have either units that optimize a lot or they have like a ton of cores. But yeah, like Raven, I must have better lines on. Crown is core 5. And then like Mihara and Dorothy are better lines than Cinderella, I suppose. So it's just the competition's getting really hard to get a unit up here, right? Is it more rare getting black lines than getting a third slot? Someone who is better at statistics will have to tell you that. But yes, I'm pretty sure getting black lines is more rare than getting a third slot. Because, I mean, if you're going for a specific thing, rather than, this is my guess, again, someone can run the actual math on this if they're a statistician. I believe that if you're asking if getting a specific line that you want on line 3 is more rare than any black line at all, it's probably more rare. But if we're just comparing any black line to any third line, then the black line is going to be way more rare than the third line because you have a 30% chance to get a third line. Do you regret investing in Eve like you have? Oh, no, not at all. Eve is still very good. Like, plus I've got a whole year out of her being, you know, like the best iron thing out there, you know? Like, I will absolutely use her in this solo raid coming up right now, or that we have right now. And then in the Union raid that we just had, I actually used her as an off burst on my iron team. So, I mean, just because Cinderella is better than her, Cinderella is better than like every single other unit anyway. You know, it's Eve is still very useful. Same for Raven too. Obviously, I didn't personally put as much investment into her. I didn't get all the cores, but Raven is also still really good. Raven might not show up so much in this particular solo raid because there are no parts, but I expect her to still be relevant in the future as well. Do you prefer Eve or Raven from Star Blade? I'm a bigger fan of Eve. Could you show us your Eve? Haven't seen it. Black lines are harder than a slot 3. Yes, black lines are definitely harder than a slot 3, but my question for someone who can do the math on statistics is getting any black line on any slot rarer than going for a specific type on line 3. So if I want to make sure I get attack only, whatever the percentage is, doesn't matter, but I specifically want attack on line 3, is that rarer than getting a black line of any type on any line? Sonetica says, I Googled black lines are 1%. Yes, we know that. But he says, getting a specific line on the third line is 2%. Okay, so black lines are still rarer, no matter what. According to Google, anyway. Anyway, so you want to see Eve. I'll be happy to show off Eve. Darkin says, Eve still outperforms other nikkes depending on the team composition. Yeah, yeah. Eve absolutely still has a place. Alright, so the obvious stuff. So I have a resilience cube on her. Depending on the fight, like for this particular fight, for Land Eater, Bastion Cube might actually be best in slot because Land Eater doesn't move at all. So when you put Bastion Cube on Eve, Eve's skills have a built-in Bastion Cube. I forget if it's skill 1 or skill 2. Let's see. Activate the start of the battle. Yeah. So on skill 2, she has a built-in Bastion Cube. So when you put an actual Bastion Cube on her, she can have basically infinite ammo. Now, if you are fighting an enemy that moves, even if it doesn't move a lot, but if it's going to go off screen even occasionally, you're better off with Resilience because she already, with her built-in Bastion Cube and some max ammo lines, she'll already be firing probably all the time until the boss jumps off the screen. So you want to give her Resilience Cube. But in the case of Land Eater that basically doesn't move at all, when I do the solo raid, I'll probably put Bastion Cube on her. I don't know. We'll change this from Ray, whatever. Then she'll just like keep firing basically like all the time. Getting more destruction once we get chips to level 15. Meanwhile, Bastion's sitting at 8. Wait, you have your Bastion Cube at 8? But you got destruction to level 15? Nice. I'm working on destruction right now. So my destruction is at level 12. And normally against Land Eater, destruction would probably be pretty good. Because you can do both core and it has a lot of regenerating parts. But this version, as we saw, has no parts. So destruction cube will not be very good against this one. But anyway, we're still talking about Eve. So maxed out her skills. That's my little thing on what cubes are good on her. And then for my equipment, obviously I got her to max core, and I gave her a level 15 doll. For equipment, leveled everything to 5, even the boots. And I actually don't have a lot of like perfect lines on her, right? As far as like getting things to like black or blue numbers, I haven't optimized as much for that. But I have the perfect types of lines on her, and they're all fairly high. The helmet might actually be the worst piece of equipment that she has, but we got 11.8 on attack, 19.3 on elemental, and then 10.9 on crit rate. I want to go with 1 line of crit rate on her. She does have extremely high crit chance in her kit. Having 1 crit rate, depending on exactly what team comps are planning on do, is generally going to be the perfect mix for Eve. Then you want crit damage. So I do have a blue line of attack here, 22% elemental. This is almost a blue line of elemental. I think the next bump up would be blue. And then we got crit damage. Since she's critting all the time, crit damage is fantastic on her. And again, elemental and attack and ammo. Ammo is good on her. You want 1 line of ammo on her. Again, it feeds into the whole like Bastion Cube of just being able to shoot all the time. And then on boots, I have a nice blue line of elemental, an attack, and another crit damage. So yeah, that's my build on Eve. 4 times elemental, 4 times attack, 2 crit rate, or sorry, 1 crit rate, 2 crit damage, and 1 ammo. And we got a few blue lines on her. Did I already do my advising? I did do my advising. Okay. All right, to the event. No more login stamps, huh? Okay. I guess yesterday was the first day we didn't have any login stamps. So we're doing second half of hard mode. We won't finish it. We're just gonna do the 5, so we'll have our 2 left for tomorrow. Should you do Bastion next, or should you opt for Vigor or Piercing? I'm assuming you have... I think you already said you have max resilience. Like, that's kind of the go-to, right? And then you got max destruction. Hard to say, to be honest. My thing about the Pierce Cube, like the Pierce Cube is pretty good, and I haven't done a lot of extensive testing because I haven't built mine yet. But I feel like the Pierce Cube, although it is one of the better ones, you know, because there's like a bunch of them that are trash, I feel like I'm just not sure when I'd actually want the Pierce Cube, right? Like, if I wanted the Pierce Cube, I'd probably just rather have the Destruction Cube. That's kind of my thinking on it. Vigor is best in slot for a couple nikkes, so you could diversify that way. But I would probably just go for Bastion. Bastion's so good on any MG units, you know? And it's just going to be, like, good in most situations. And I would personally probably do Vigor before the Piercing Cube. But I actually would be interested to see if there's anybody who has maxed out their Pierce Cube and then has done, like, testing on that to see if it's really worth it or not. Because maybe it is, maybe it is. Risha says, question, should I use your gold tickets on Summer Doro or wait for the 4th anniversary you're asking from a meta perspective? Okay, so I'm going to assume you don't have any Summer Dorothy already. I would probably get a copy of Summer Dorothy. Summer Dorothy is still super strong. One of the best water units, is essential for having the best shotgun team. And Anniversary isn't that close. Like, you could definitely save up again for Anniversary. If you already have Summer Dorothy, and you're not like a big whale or something, in which case you're probably not asking me that question anyway, then I would probably just wait, you know? When is Junior Raid payout sent? Soon? I'm not sure. Sci-Fi Gemini. For new players, do we just ignore all the other cubes and max only resilience and Bastion? I would definitely recommend maxing resilience first. It is going to be the most universal cube for... It's going to be like the best for the most nikkes in the most situations. That's what I'm doing on my alternate account. I'm leveling resilience first. Yeah. Ignore everything else until you've maxed your resilience cube. And of course, just through like natural progression, you'll get some other batteries for other cubes. So, you know, they'll randomly get leveled up to 3 or 4 or whatever, kind of like... So you're not going to be starting from 1 anyway. once you've maxed your resilience, then I would probably recommend going to Destruction Cube. Back in the day, Destruction Cube is like a relatively new cube. So back in the day, then it was always like, all right, we'll max your resilience and your bastion. But now I think, there are situations where if the boss has a lot of parts, then Destruction can be really good. So I'd recommend that being pretty much everybody's second cube. You've been leveling resilience and bastion together. I mean, that's like the advice that a lot of people went with at the launch of the game. And depending on exactly what units you have, like bastion is best in slot for some units. Resilience isn't like always the best. And it's going to be good on any unit. But I would say resilience is just like more universal. Because bastion, as strong as it is, falls off a lot for like rocket launchers or snipers, because you just don't have that big of a clip. Also, at the beginning of the game, Modernia was just like the strongest unit in the game, and her best in slot is Bastion, like for most MGs. So everybody wanted to build Bastion, including myself. But at this point, obviously the landscape has changed a lot, and there's a lot more units to choose from. Do you think we're cooked if they drop an attack percentage cube? I mean, it seems like the obvious cube for them to make. Because it's just like, dude, just give us an attack up cube. But also, I kind of feel like they never will, or at least not until they absolutely have no other ideas for cubes. Because then that just kind of becomes better than, like, everything, almost no matter what, right? Do you think they will ever raise the cap on cubes? I think at some point they will. Because, like, there is a spot for a third skill. And so I think at some point we will see a higher cap and then skills added to cubes at that point, I think. What's up, Lone Syndicate? Welcome to the stream. All right, I don't know why I'm still playing. I'm gonna stop. What even are my missions at this point? Oh, I have a new album. So I just need to earn 700 conch shells. Oh, dude, that's kind of a lot. I've done everything else. I haven't maxed out this trait, so we'll get there. Union rank 8. 84,000 points. Dang, Domingo up here with 146. Vic doesn't play at all. Dude, some people are literally not bothering to play at all. They're like, screw this minigame. They have like almost no score. Is there a reason why crit stats are additive? I mean, ask the devs. That's just the way they did it. M. Gomez is a member on YouTube. Hey, thank you for the membership for 34 months. Dude, long-time supporter of the channel. As a culture graduate. His message says, Hello, Sparks. I just jumped on. How's the new account going? Got a pilgrim yet? Yes. Dude, you should watch my update video. Watch my update video on the account. I am actually about to switch to my alternate account in a few minutes here. Yes, I've gotten some pilgrims. The progress has been crazy, but I did a 1-month update last week, and you can see like everything that changed. Also, you invested 250 rocks into Snow White Heavy Arms and got a single attack line? Bruh. That is brutal. Lone Syndicate also renewed his membership on YouTube. Also a member for 34 months. I think these are my day oneers. As a culture graduate, he says, come up on the 3-year Annie. Dude, it is 2 months away. And then he uses a bunch of the bunny and notice me emojis. Thank you so much for renewing your membership. You played a bunch of the minigame, but you're going to get more to it. I mean, it's definitely time consuming. Not as much as the last minigame, but it is time consuming. Yeah, dude, I like this minigame a lot. It's a really good one. I thought crit stats were valuable at first, like most gotchas. Yeah, crit is pretty bad in Nikke. There are some specific units where it is worth building for crit, but it's generally pretty bad. Like Snow White, it's good to have crit for her. Snow White Heavy Arms, less so, but also good to have crit for her. Eve, it's good to have crit for her. There are a few of them. It's funny, those are my favorite units. I don't know why I like the units that are crit. Not because of that, but yeah, in general, crit is just not worth it. Do I own any Nikke figures? Yeah, I do. I've actually unboxed some on stream and I made videos. So right behind me, you can see, let's see, I'll do it this way. That's Rappy right there, front and center. And is that my only Nikke? Hold up. Oh no, you can't see her. Right here. That's volume right there. So yeah. I have 2 Nikke figures. You thought that was a poster? No, it's a display case. So they're all scale figures behind me. About half of them were given to me by viewers or from like promotional things by Shift Up. So decided to put them all on like in a case behind me to display them. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna open this Tetrabolt. I'm gonna buy that one Heavy Arms figure we've been drooling over on Discord. Maybe, I don't know. Obviously it's really cool. I don't think it's officially licensed though, which kind of bothers me a little bit. It's also very expensive. But it is a really cool figure. I wish that there would be like a, you know, like Max Factory or something like that. One of the big figure manufacturers would make a Snow White figure, but I don't know if it's ever going to happen. So I don't know. Maybe if it gets a little cheaper. Bready. All right. Well, it could have been worse. At least we got something. Bready's still a kind of usable water unit for raids. Resilience is level 10 and Bastion is level 8. Level 415 for both cubes are benchmarks you can't stop thinking about. Yeah, well, sounds like you're doing the right things. I mean, I would probably, again, like, focus on one more than the other so you can get that, you know, maxed out. So at least you can like hit that ceiling so you're not like splitting your resources. And then you can finish up, you know, the one of them after you completed that one. All right, let's core up Brady. Oh, actually, that's that gets her to max limit break. That's pretty cool. Okay, actually, that's kind of a W pull. I only had her at 2 stars before. Brady is what, like just over a year old? I remember, like, yeah, slightly over a year old. I always remember when she comes out because she was the unit that launched when I went to Hong Kong. So it's just like an easy way to remember. Hard to believe there hasn't been a Snow White figure yet. Yeah, I don't know, because she's a popular character too. Like in the fan votes, she's like always in top 5. And now she got her, you know, new alternate form, which people probably like the looks of better, you know. She's a little schmexier. And she's like one of the most powerful units in the game. And so I am surprised that they have not made figures of her. It's a little bit weird. Did molds after the last stream and ended up getting Drake to core 7. Nice. Yeah, still need to build her. Yeah, I mean, once you have the pieces of the shotgun team, then yeah, build her. She's worth it. I mean, believe it or not, I didn't build her for like 2 years. Maybe more. I never really used Drake until like the shotgun team. Like there was always a shotgun team, even from day one. But until it became kind of like the de facto 5th raid team, I didn't really bother. You know, once we finally got like Treasure on Tuve, and we got Summer Dorothy and whatever, then I was like, all right, I'm going to build Drake. And like, I don't regret it, but also I don't regret not having built her sooner. Because she's, you know, super valuable now, but I just didn't really feel like it was worth it before. All right, so I think we're done. What's the meta shotgun team? So it will vary depending on what you're fighting. But the meta shotgun team, does it matter? Whatever. The meta shotgun team will look something like this. So the key pieces that you'll have in any shotgun team, if you want to be best in slot, is Tuve. Everything starts with Tuve. If you don't have Tuve with her treasure is extremely important. If you don't have Tuve with her treasure, the team falls off a lot. That doesn't mean you can't make it, that it can't still be decent, but she is the thing that really makes everything work. Her treasure is very important. So you're always going to have her as your burst 1. And then you will have Drake. She's another universal piece. And usually you'll have her as your off burst. Not necessarily, but generally she might be an off burst. And then your best in slot burst 2, which you should have on basically any shotgun team, is going to be Arcana, wherever she is. Here we go. Not OG Arcana, not this Arcana, but the schoolgirl version of her. You use this Arcana. So these are like your 3 pieces of shotgun team that will almost never change. But even then, maybe will change. So potentially, and this depends on what your other teams look like, but you may not actually use Arcana as your burst 2. If it is a fire weak boss, you may use Brid, Silent Tracks, instead. But she might actually just go on a different team. So again, it kind of just depends on what your other teams look like. But she might be your burst 2 there. Alternatives, which are not nearly as good, but you can use Leona as your burst 2 as well. Or just any generic like burst 2 buffer that could help you, you know, like Neuta. There have been situations where you use her on the shotgun team, or, you know, like just whatever is like good for you to throw in there. But anyway, let's put Arcana back on here. I lost her again. Where did she go? Dude, I feel like I'm so bad at finding units all the time. There we go. So then the other DPS units that you're going to use normally, pretty much no matter what element, you're going to have Summer Dorothy. Now, obviously, if it's weak to water, even better, but you're probably going to use Summer Dorothy on that shotgun team no matter what, just because she's a really insane DPS. As far as your other DPS units, this is where it changes a lot depending on what you are fighting. You could have Maid Privity, because she's your electric shotgun. Not nearly as good nowadays, but you could have her on there. You can also have Bunny Soda on here. And then this is probably like the strongest version. But you can use this as your shotgun team in most scenarios. Now, if they're not weak to iron, you want to have some kind of cooldown reduction, right? Because when you have Bunny Soda, she extends the burst timer, so you don't need cooldown reduction, because by the time you're done with full burst, then you like don't need cooldown reduction. But in this case, if you're using these units, or like let's say you're, you know, you have like, you know, Maid Privity on there instead, which is unlikely that you're gonna do this just because Summer Dorothy is so strong. But whatever. Let's say you're not using Bunny Soda, then you're gonna need some CDR. Okay. Now, pretty recently, this was kind of like taken out of being like the best in slot, but your burst cooldown shotgun unit is Celine, wherever she is. The one that came out during winter or whatever with Brid. Dude, where the frick is Celine? Wait, is she a burst 1? I don't even know what burst she is. Here we go. Yeah, she's a burst 1. So you use her as your off burst, but you get the cooldown reduction from her other skills. I don't remember which skill it is. Skill 1. Burst cooldown reduction 7.48 seconds. So this is kind of a good generic shotgun team that you could use for pretty much anything, because you get your cooldown reduction with her. Basically, she's there just for cooldown reduction. Now, the thing is, recently we've gotten like a lot of really OP units that can do cooldown reduction, so you don't necessarily need to use Celine here anymore. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Again, this solo raids change a lot. You got to get creative with your teams, okay? So, depending on what you're using here and what your other teams are, Rouge could potentially be your cooldown reduction for your shotgun team. It kind of depends, you know? This is probably the most likely alternative. Like in theory, you could throw anything on here like D Killer Wife or Moran or whatever, but like the best one to put on the shotgun team is probably Rouge if it's not Celine. Now, as I think someone put out in chat earlier, we are about to get a treasure for Sugar. So we'll see what that looks like, right? Where's my Sugar at? I don't even know if she's in the synchro right now. Here she is. Currently a really bad unit. She is way down on the power scale for modern units. But when she gets her treasure, she might be right here in the shotgun team as well. So, you know, when it's an Iron Week raid, potentially, we actually use a team that looks like this. Who knows? But that's like speculation right now, right? So we'll just see what happens. So, other ones, like in theory, you know, there are other shotgun units, obviously, like if you don't have what I was talking about, or like maybe it is specifically a Wind Week boss, and then you want to put Noir in there as like your shotgun wind attacker, you can do that. Or you could potentially take out like all of these, and then you're back to using cooldown reduction. And oops, I didn't mean to take out Arcana. And then you use Rouge in this situation like this. So I mean, there's we could probably go on for forever talking about potential options for a shotgun team, but hopefully everybody's now well informed on the shotgun team. The things that are almost never going to change for it are going to be Tuve and Drake, and then Arcana, although with the possible minor exception, but yeah. Shotgun team does take a lot of investment with treasures, it's true. How's Isabel Arcana? She has been used in solo raids. It's like, it kind of takes investment, but it is actually a top tier strategy you can do in electric weak bosses for certain bosses using Isabel and Arcana. And in that case, for anybody new watching, it's not the Arcana I was just talking about, then it would be this Arcana. And then that's a totally separate team. It's not the quote-unquote shotgun team, even though Arcana is a shotgun unit. All right. I think it's time to switch accounts. Go into the alternate. And then we can actually struggle on solo raid. I don't know what levels they'll be able to beat. Oh, we should have a summer unit up here. There we go. Summer Dorothy. So have not technically broken the 160 wall yet. But for those of you that watched my last stream, you know that we can. We are guaranteed to, but we just need to get a few more gems. I have to be able to do one more pull. I don't think we're going to be able to do it tonight. Just because, like, farming gems is a little bit slow because I'm stuck. So I can't do more stages than I've done. Because I've pushed as hard as I can. So I kind of just have to rely on, like, just daily missions. So I'm slowly getting gems each day. And obviously it was just 2 days ago that we streamed. So it is what it is. But we're right there. We're right there. It's crazy to think that in like 6 weeks I've already made it. And then I can refine my wish list to exactly the units that I actually want, right? And not have to have a bunch of random bad units on there. Still building Summer Cindy, but she jumped to second highest power level after Snow White Heavy Arms. Nice. Summer Cindy is your favorite unit? Dude, I mean, she's the strongest unit in the game, and she looks great. I think she's probably a lot of people's favorite. Makes sense to me. Get a random upgrade here. And or you him. I think a first-time chatter says, "Hi, wait, are you actually done with 160 ball, or did you miss here?" No, you did not miss here. Can I play Sonic? That's the most random request I've ever gotten. I will probably never stream Sonic. No hate on Sonic. I have enjoyed some of the old games. Oh, what did she say? I'm just gonna say I do. Oh, what did she ask? Now I'm curious. I said the wrong thing. I saw some children writing names in the sand. If they write the name of your crush, your love will come true. Dang. She doesn't believe in it, but she hopes it comes true because it was beautiful. Okay, maybe it was the right thing. Let me see. No, it was wrong. Alright, alright. I should have looked at the log. Did not pay attention. Your companions are too noisy. Please quiet them down. Oh my god, she's stuck such a stick in the mud. Like, chill. We're probably like, we're out here like at a pool party on the deck of the cruise ship, and she's like, they're too noisy. Okay, Grandma. Of course, I have to say yes, otherwise she's going to get angry. Last time I told her I was going to serve iced tea, which, actually drinking iced tea right now, she got mad. She's like, oh my god, it's terrible, sacrilegious, how could you possibly serve iced tea? It has to be hot, even though it's 100 degrees out. I greatly offended her, her sensibilities. Nice, we picked up a couple gems right there. You've never been good at dating sims. That's the excuse you always go with. I was planning on eating some fried chicken with Laplace, but she wants it super spicy. Dude, I kind of like spicy food. Like, if it's insanely spicy, like, I definitely don't have the highest spice tolerance. I'm not gonna, like, claim that I do, but I do enjoy spicy food. So if it's something that's got, like, some crazy, like, Carolina Reapers, like, that's obviously gonna be, like, everyone's gonna say that's crazy spicy, right? Or, like, bulldog noodles. Oh my god. If you put the entire sauce packet in those, it'll kill you. But normally things that are spicy, you know, like buffalo wings, or like a spicy salsa, or like a kind of normal spicy ramen, like all that, like kind of, I do enjoy a lot of spicy food. Tell me about your finances. Can you imagine actually just asking somebody like that? Tell me about your finances. There's a conversation killer. Just started the game on Summer Cindy's release and been watching my content since then. It's 4:30 for you for a stream. Dang. All right. Well, appreciate you watching. Glad you've been enjoying the videos. Sorry, stream is such a bad time for you. Okay, we'll talk to normal Dorothy too. Do you believe in the idea of karma? Okay, this is interesting. Her other version just... Oh no, I was talking to Cinderella who said she didn't believe in it. Okay, I'm gonna say true because she's probably gonna be like, yes, and then those stupid ARC people will get what they deserve. Oh, okay, no, because she feels like they escaped, so she does not believe in it. Okay, alright. I thought about the correct things and still came to the wrong conclusion. Sriracha is your go-to for sauce? Dude, sriracha can be good on a lot of things. Not the spiciest, but a good balance between spice and taste. Yeah, that's fair. Rapunzel. Dude, remember when there was a sriracha shortage? Does anybody remember that? And it was being sold for like crazy prices. A question for my sriracha people. Do you store your sriracha in the fridge, or do you just like put it in your cupboard or whatever? This is a debated topic among some people. Could you add me on my free-to-play account? Like as a friend? Probably. I don't know. Let me see if I have like inactive people. And then yeah, I can totally add you. Everyone's kind of been playing consistently, although we do have somebody who hasn't played 2 days ago. We could kick this person. Hopefully this is not another viewer. I don't know. They have not played for 2 days though, so you know what? Do better. No. I'm always happy to add viewers, so yeah. If you haven't played for multiple days and someone new wants a slot, I'm gonna give them the slot. So let me put my thing in the chat though, and then tell me what your IGN is so I know. So I know who I'm looking for. Looks like chat is saying fridge. Put everything in the fridge. Including ketchup and mustard, mayo and whatever, yeah. So the reason I ask is because like if you go to like a restaurant, it'll just be setting on the tables, right? Like they don't have it refrigerated. The thing is, they're probably going through it fast enough that it's only sitting there for like a few days before it's getting replaced anyway. So that's probably why it's not refrigerated. Oh, you're on global. No, this is NA. All right. RIP. That means that Enzoho lives to see another day. You don't like ketchup, but you love tomatoes, plain or sliced? I mean, ketchup has a pretty distinctive taste. Like, you know, it can be kind of sweet. So, I know some people that like ketchup and don't like tomatoes. One of my friends is like that. So, yeah. They're even though they're both, you know, tomato on some level, they do have quite different flavor profiles. What do I need to do next? I guess we'll go to the Ark. What is the difference between global and NA, really? One is a server stack sitting on the left side of the room, and the other one is a server stack sitting on the right side of the room. You're in the States, which is better? In theory, if you're in the United States, you should be on NA. But whatever. Basically, the only difference is that you might have slightly longer load times because your ping won't be as good. But it doesn't really matter. But it does mean you can only play with the people that are on whatever the server is that you chose. Cannot push campaign today because I am stuck. So that's why getting to my last batch of 3,000 gems is going to take a little while, because there's no easy way for me to earn gems. Is there a way to transfer servers? No. A lot of people would love that, but no, there's no option to switch servers. I mean, it's fine. You can stay on global. Like, there's nothing wrong with being on global. And there's a bunch of, like, people who didn't know what to choose. And, like a bunch of my viewers that are in North America are still on global server because it's just, I don't know. They did a dumb naming thing. Still getting use out of Signal. Thank God I got Crown. Obviously, she's amazing. But, you know, and then I had to use my pay tickets to get Naga. I've not gotten any other good Burst 2s. Like, I don't have Mint, don't have Neuta, don't have Bunny Aid, don't even have Blanc. Can't even think off the top of my head. What's the best? What is theoretically the best Elysian Burst 2? Would I change servers if they censored NA servers? I mean, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Like, there's not really anything to censor. But, I mean, even if that was a thing, and even if I did want to, then, like, you can't. Like, there's no way to change servers. Yes, Treasure Miranda is very good. Yeah, she's used in top-tier raid teams sometimes. Even Union Raid. I think I didn't use her this Union Raid, but I believe I did use her last one. And, like, the standard for units to make it onto a Union Raid team is, like, kind of crazy. Do I have the maid duo? I don't. But yes, the maids are another great call out. I have masked, so I have one half of it. But I don't have anchor. Is Moran treasure good, or use a higher deficit instead of Siren? Depends on the scenario. Like, I remember when Moran treasure first came out, and depending on what the stage was, I'd go back and forth between Siren and Moran. Like, Moran is very, very good, but it just sort of depends on the scenario. Like, in some cases, you might just need a little extra damage. Maybe they're wind weak, or you need to control for where you're aiming because there's the, like, berserk balls that you don't want to shoot, so you need everybody to be focus fired all the time. Or there are stages where you're just getting killed, right? You need more survivability, and Moran is a crazy tank, and so you can live through, like, almost anything with her. You just kind of have to play with it and see what works for the specific situation. Of course, now we have a niche star, so I mean, if you have her, she might be better than both in like any situation, but again, kind of depends. Sometimes, particularly if you're pushing high deficit, you kind of just have to be creative and try different things. There's not necessarily like a one-size-fits-all answer. Ooh, who is best here? I think that's probably their best team. It's kind of rough. I might lose this, but we'll try it. Which treasure is best for on new accounts, Privy or Helm? Helm. Helm is better for anybody. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Privy is very good, but if you have... Oh, hey, we actually won. Nice. If you have the ability to choose, I would definitely recommend Helm. Helm is still the best treasure of any unit. Because you just put her in, like, any situation, and she's so good. Oof, these are really strong. Alright, I think we'll just stay on 11th. Like, our deficit is insane. We're 285 and everybody is like close to 400 or more. What story stage am I stuck on? I truthfully don't remember. There's a survey, yes. Survey went out earlier today. Grab your 300 gems. I already did it. Dang. Level 40, huh? Why is this guy so strong? Not a great team, to be honest. I might still win, but we might be able to find an easier target. Yeah. Dude, this person is level 178, and their CP is, like, poo-poo. I guess they don't have a lot of limit breaks. They probably have low skill levels, too. Oh, we'll fight them. Okay, I think we did everything in here, right? Yeah. I'm stuck on Lost Sector 2. Like, I'm literally I got partway through Lost Sector 13, and then I couldn't win the battles, so I'm stuck on this too. Otherwise, this would be a great way to pick up some more gems, but I need to actually be able to level up before I can. But let's see, what levels am I stuck on? So for normal campaign, I'm on 2333, and hard, I'm on 826. I wonder if I could beat a tower stage. Oh, a friend request? Oh, I have several friend requests. Dude, someone's name is Coomer. Dude, that's hilarious since I, like, found the random guild named Coomer. Bro, this guy should change unions right now. He should join the Coomer Union. There were a couple where you could hard lock yourself out if you made a mistake, which I think is like really bad game design. That was so frustrating. That happened to me once, and I was like, oh my god, I really have to start all over again. Very, very frustrating. Like, that hasn't been too much of an issue, but I do remember one lost sector that happened on. A dude is in your union? Oh, that's you? That's you in chat? Oh, okay. So you want to add me as a friend? Okay. So we'll Enzoho thought they were safe, but they're getting kicked now. All right. All right, Coomer. You guys are crazy. Okay. Oh, let's open this sticker. Do you think their name was supposed to be pronounced Nozaho or Nozoho? I prefer the latter version. It's probably the first one, though. Flawlessly asked if we can be friends. I would say yes, but I don't have any people who have been inactive at all. So if I get a slot where someone hasn't logged in today, then I will be happy to add you. So maybe on a future stream. Okay, let's do solo raid, I guess. Wait, why do I still have an alert here? What can I open? Ooh, we have an Elysian mold and a purple mold. What if we just broke the 160 wall right here without having to do my last pull? All right. Could get Privity right here. Privity or Made Mast. Right? What was I hoping for? Like, it's Privity or Made Mast, right? Yeah, Made Mast, Privity, or Alice. Yes, Alice. Okay, Privity, Made Mast, or Alice. These are the three that we are hoping for. And then maybe we don't even have to do another poll. 3 different nikkes can get us there. Could also be SR Delta, so, you know, that's a thing. All right, we have a real chance on this one because we got Privity right here as an option. Or Made Mast. So we have 2 options. But still, chances are very low. Obviously, Alice is not going to be an option on Elysian mold. Let's go. Oh no. All right. Well, we just have to be more patient then. It's a good life lesson. Sometimes you can't just get lucky. You just have to be patient. You regret building Alice since you never ended up using her? I mean, I don't know what your account looks like, but she's still decent. Like, unless you have all the best things, I could see her still making it onto some teams. And with the Alice Diaries event, you get a lot of resources, so you kind of have to build her. Alright, solo raid. Alright, so I made 5 teams. They're not exactly great, but this team is decent. And this team is decent. And this team is decent. After 3 teams, though, it really starts to fall off. So I have, in theory, a good shotgun team here, but, like, it's kind of, you know, no one has a treasure here, so it's pretty mid. And then my 5th team is just, like, whatever random garbage I had left. Like, this is obviously... You can tell, there's no particular coherent plan here. None of these are top tier units. It's just, at minimum, what I could make that will at least go through burst cycles. And I have 1 iron unit. So, I'm pretty sure level 4 should be no problem. I even think... Oops, I didn't mean to go back out. I even think level 5 should not be an issue. Level 6, though, I don't know. I'm not sure just how much stronger I am than I was on the last raid. So we'll see how level 6 goes. Dude, these sludge balls are looking ominous. Do they kill me if they hit me? Dude, they're kind of not a big deal. Like, they're not doing, like, a ton of damage to me, even with my low-level account here. Did these, like, not really do damage? Like, I guess because it's just, like, the level 4 raid, it doesn't matter. What's up, Sudden? Welcome to the stream. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, went into glasses mode. Alright, level 5. Again, I think this should be pretty easy. My new account is godly. I mean, it definitely got a huge buff. Like, I never dreamed that I would have this many good units after summer. Like, I went in with a plan, you know, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get Maximum Break Cinderella, I should probably get some other cool stuff along the way, but to get as many Pilgrims and Overspec units as I got is pretty wild. If I could beat level 7 on this account, that would be really cool. I think that might be asking a lot, at least before I actually get more than levels. Oh, hey, something's happening. Okay, we actually made it to a QTE. Oh, so it's just like a zigzag pattern. Let's go left, right, left, right, left, right. But anyway, like, the strongest my account is definitely built around iron, so it's kind of convenient. Like, obviously, Summer Cinderella. But even before that, Because like I built Eve. I got Sugar. I pulled Rappy Red Hood. Okay, floor 6. I don't think I'm able to one-shot this. We'll see, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to use more than one team here. %1 banners are the best place to get pilgrims, yeah. What kind of computer do you play Nikke on? Because you tried playing Nikke on your Chromebook, but it won't let you download Nikke in the Play Store. That's kind of weird. I don't know why it wouldn't let you download it. Like, you should be able to get it on any computer. I thought you were going to say that, like, your computer lagged or something when you were playing it, which, I mean, that's maybe possible, but yeah. But there's, I don't think you need to do it through the Play Store. Like, go to the official Nikke website and download, you can get the PC download directly from there. I'm not sure, but I think the Play Store probably, because they have a lot of, like, PC versions of things on there nowadays, more recently. So I think you could do that in theory. But just go to the Nikke website. But I guess to answer your question, I'm playing on a Windows PC that I built myself just last year. I have a 9800 X3D and a 5080. Oh, we are going to beat this in one team. Okay, alright. We are way stronger than last time. Like, way, way stronger. So, one shot level 6. Alright, so level 7 should totally be beatable. That'll be really good, actually. Because being able to even do any challenge run at all, and get the resources for beating level 7 tomorrow, will be a big boon for this account, for sure. Because there's no way, if I just one-shot level 6, I should easily be able to beat level 7 with all my teams. You don't think you can play Nikke on Macs? Yeah, there probably isn't an iOS version for, like, I mean, there is for, like, you can play it on the iPhone. But yeah, I don't think there's a Mac computer version of Nikke. Will we get a new banner once Cine banner ends? Yes. So a week from now, we should get a new banner. And then Marciana will probably still be around. I don't know, maybe I'm getting misinformation. I don't remember when it ends, but I think Marciana's goes a week longer than Cinderella's. And so we'll have her at the same time as a new banner, and then both of those will end, and then we'll get like a brand new banner with like another unit after that. So some events, big events, will go for longer, like 3 or 4 weeks, but the standard rotation for most events, they go on every 2 weeks. We'll get a new unit. Mickey J subscribed on YouTube. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. All right, what did we get for... Oh, you can't do Windows files on Chromebook? Okay, I don't really have knowledge on the Chromebook, to be honest. So, if that's the case, then you should be doing the mobile one through the Play Store. And if it's not letting you download it there, I don't know, that's very strange to me. Because guaranteed, unless there's something weird, some weird quirk about the Chromebook, which maybe chat can help you out, I don't know. You should definitely be able to do either the Google Play Store mobile version or the PC version from the website. So, all right, we do get to level up our Onslaught Cube. So charge damage. One of the worst ones in the game. Actually, not even close. I shouldn't be like bashing it that much. It's bad, but it's still way better than a lot of the stupid ones we got more recently, like defense up or like really dumb stuff that does like nothing. Someone leaked the 4th anniversary units. I mean, there's always going to be like speculation out there, and maybe there's a leak, maybe there's not, but I wouldn't trust anything that you see. All right, Wingman cube, definitely a better cube. Not amazing, but better. Yeah, they have had kind of leaker problems. It's way better than it used to be, though. At launch, the leaks were insane for nikke. Like, the leaks aren't really that crazy now, but it does still happen. Oh, yeah. The increased HP on cover is, like, definitely a terrible cube. Hit rate cube, also pretty bad. Although, I think hit rate cube, I honestly think is more useful than the charge damage cube. Like, they'd be on totally different units, but yeah, they're both pretty bad. No one would be surprised if we kind of guessed what the 4th anniversary would be back in February. I mean, you know, there's generally going to be units that you can like see being built up in the story or what you might expect to be the next one. Like Anise was incredibly obvious, right? Like we all knew Anise was coming in the last anniversary. No one needed to leak that to figure that out. Okay, let's go to the event. Wait, do I have messages I need to read? Oh, I do. Dude, why are there so many of them all the time? Yeah, we are getting the new Matisse squad for sure, but I think we're going to get them before anniversary. Like, they could be the anniversary unit, but I kind of feel like we'll get them before anniversary. But who knows? Okay, now we can go to the event. Upcoming anniversary will be your first one. Dude, they're great events. They're going to give you so many free stuff, and like the unit will be OP. So look forward to it. Yeah, I think they're going to come right after summer. Maybe we get one banner right after summer and then Matisse, but I think we're going to get them very soon. Yeah, exactly. And this is a year right after Absolute came out, right after summer. Exactly, that's my thinking as well. Can you explain how charge damage works? In Nikke, it's hard to understand the damage types. Charge, pierce, parts, crit damage. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, they're like additional damage modifiers. So it's like charge damage is its own type of damage on top of like the normal damage you would be doing, if that makes sense. Same for like pierce damage or whatever too. So it's just like an additional category of damage that you are also dealing. How close am I to breaking the 160 wall? I am, what, 1,400 gems away from the breaking the 160 wall? As soon as I can do one pull, I will be there. Dude, this thing is not dying. There we go. Yeah, so Chopper T is making a good point too about how, depending on what's in the Nikke's kit, buffing certain types of damage becomes kind of irrelevant because the percentage change is so low. Like, that's kind of getting into like a whole conversation that I'm not prepared to get into at the moment, but sometimes buffing certain things just doesn't matter because it's like, in theory it could be good, but you're getting such a higher modifier from something else, whether it's inherently in their kit or a buff from another Nikke or whatever, that you might as well get a buff on the other type of damage because you'll get a bigger return that way. Alright, let's check off our daily for the minigame. Although I probably should actually play this one out. I kind of don't have the patience for it right now, but I need, well, yeah, whatever. We're just going to do a quick one. I played it less on this account than I have on the other one. Oh, I should have bought shells. Alright, I think we can just quit, right? Yeah. Which would you take? A crit rate or crit damage cube? I mean, probably wouldn't really use either one. I mean, maybe there'd be a niche scenario where I would, but I would prefer crit damage. Because we have really good crit rate tools in other places. Like whether it's incredibly good crit rate built into the kit on Eve, or you know, great crit rate buffs on Zvi, or guaranteed crit buffs on Miranda. So like there's a lot of ways to get like maximum crit rate. So if you can just do something to get a little more damage, that's going to be more useful. But even then, unless it was like a huge modifier on crit damage, I feel like you're unlikely to use that cube in, like, I don't think that's going to be best in slot. You're devastated somebody took first place from you on the minigame? Sad. Have I been getting lucky on my tier 9 gear? Not particularly lucky, but I've used the selection boxes. So I have 3 overloads on Cinderella. Oh, why did I buy that? Oh well, whatever. I shouldn't have bothered buying that. I'm just in the habit of it, because I like buy it on my main account. I make sure I have them all. But I'm going to miss out on getting like a little bit of core dust because of that. Oh well. Not the end of the world. I guess this summer event was so good to this account. It's good to have something to remember it by. I have a banner since it transformed everything. We'll put it on since we bought it. It's fitting, I suppose. Do you need to full charge rocket launchers to fire at all? Unlike snipers, that's what it seems like. You don't need to fully charge rocket launchers or snipers. However, there are a lot of new units that don't function like the basic form of rocket launcher. But otherwise, their charge mechanic, unless it's like a unique thing that the Nikke has where it like fires automatically when you just hold it down, like Liberalio or something like that, they work the same way. So you can either quick fire or fully charge. Is there an on average rate for how many pulls it takes to MLB? I mean, yeah, there would be a statistical average, but I couldn't tell you. I feel like the only reliable way to break 160 wall is hoarding pulls for the next best unit. Yeah, dude, hoarding pulls is absolutely the strategy. Definitely hoard pulls. I mean, that's what I did. How can one fall out of love of Marciana? You don't. I don't think you do. Low on mats from Summer Cindy. I mean, that's understandable. So yeah, I think I have 3 overloads on Cinderella. And I pulled a helmet naturally just from interception, and then I'd use selection boxes for the arms and the chest. And then I have an overloaded helmet on Snow White. I had another selection box that I used for her. And I think that's it. I don't think I have any other... Oh, well, you have the required overload on Alice. So I have an overloaded helmet on Alice, too. And I think that's... Oh, I just... Okay, I have more and more. Maybe I have been pretty lucky. So I got arms, because I do remember I also got the manufacturer Elysian gear for Rappy. I actually just overloaded that yesterday. I guess that's why I forgot about it, because that just happened. What did I get? Elemental and charge speed. Well, having elemental damage is cool. Let's try re-rolling this once. Max ammo and charge damage. Alright, well that doesn't do anything. We'll keep. Let's try re-rolling it again. Critical damage and attack. I'll take that. That's like a little better. What are my lines on Snow White? Elemental damage and charge damage? Okay, whatever, that's fine. Charge speed, sure. Attack. Defense attack. Crit damage, hit rate, and attack. Alright. I'm not really worried about optimizing any of these. Obviously, I want lines that work. But, you know, there's going to be so many overloads that I need to do on units over time that I don't want to spend a bunch on re-rolling them. And also, I'm so weak. It's not like I'm going to be, like, getting high scores on raids or whatever anyway. So, just holding on to a lot of my custom modules. No need to re-roll a bunch of things right now. Oh, so I do have equipment that I can give people. Julia. Gonna be used in this raid. Gotta give her good gear. Anything else? Okay, so... I think I'll level up the arms on Rappy more. Well, that bumped her up the list when I got the attack on her. Upgrade. Oh, perfect. It just uses all my purple gear. Get to level 3. Nice. How far away from 10? Oh, I have enough. Okay, I just need to open some fire books. So let's do that. And then I can get level 10 burst on Rappy. There we go. So skill 1 with my priority because it has the burst cooldown. And then burst, obviously. Don't need to max this right now. I will max it eventually, but we'll leave it. And then I think I have everything maxed on Cinderella. Yeah, everything's 10. Alice, again, this is because of the missions, but she is good, so, you know, it is what it is. And then maxed everything on Snow White. And then after this, I think it falls off a lot. So I have some 7s on some, like Drake, Privity, Black Shadow Scarlet. Don't have any equipment for her yet. All 7s on Crown. Don't have any equipment for her yet either. Oh, we can level this up. And then after this, I think everything is 4. Like 4 on Helm. And maybe some... Oh, I have 7 on Eve. I forgot. Because she was like my first main DPS, so I leveled her up a lot. And I could overload her boots. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Like, I can't overload it right now, but I'm going to start building this up. Because this would actually be good for this raid, too. Because if I can get, like, an attack or elemental line on her, that would be pretty great. Oh, I got Dorothy to level 4. Level 4. Oh, yeah, I have some good levels on leader as well. A little bit on Naga, Mast. Yeah, like everybody's gonna be level 1 at this point. So yeah, good progress. I mean, you can see like I built tall, not wide, right? Best summer event of all time? Dude, this was a really good summer event. Rely on RNG to get tier 9 gear. Yeah, except, you know, over time, you're going to acquire the pieces of this box, and then you can do an actual selection. So eventually, you know, there is a safety net there. And that's how I was able to select 2 pieces for Cinderella. But otherwise, yeah, it's just RNG. To spam ordinary recruits. I did not. So after I got maximum break on Cinderella, then I did a few things on the ordinary recruits, and then that got me to 1 away. This all happened on the last stream, I think, where I did like a few normal banner, and we got there. Wish Sora had a better kit. We all do. We all do. Beautiful Shot summer event was really good. I would say as far as the actual event goes, that one was better. Like, as you know, if we're talking about just like the story and the map and all that kind of stuff. Let's try and do tower. I don't think I can push any more on tower, but I'm gonna try it. Dude, we're so underpowered, it's ridiculous. There's no way, right? I don't think there's any way we can do this. And this is with the rental units. Oh, dude. Yeah, we already lost 2 units right there. It's just from getting shot from random little things. Yeah, okay. I did actually mold on this for a while. I remember this now. This is too much damage. I mean, again, I'm at like... and that's with 3 rental units. With my normal team, I'm even lower. So, I think... we're done. There's no way for me to get more gems. So just have to be patient. Need 1 more Marciana to get MLB? Dude, I hope you get there. Yes, this is a 100% free-to-play account. Okay, guys. I think that's it. Thanks for hanging out. Been a good stream, as always. Good luck on your polls if you're still trying to do more summer polls. It is winding down. Sorry about the Twitch stream. I will be streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube, of course, on the next stream. That was just like a quirk of weird stuff that happened. Good luck on your solo raid. So the real solo raid starts tomorrow. Hopefully all you new players can beat as many levels as possible. And for the veterans, if you're going for a score, that's when the challenge starts. So yeah. Hope you guys have a great night or morning, whatever time of day it is for you. And I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.
신경 쓰지 말고 다녀와. 그동안 다른 수영복으로도 갈아입어 봐야겠네.